Okay, so since I've been doing reviews, I've came to YouTube with a lot of pretty expensive products like this here, Springfield XDS, stuff like that. Stuff that's more high-end when it comes to camping and shooting and things like that. But today I've got something that is super cheap and in a lot of ways it blows the high-end stuff out of the water. And what I'm talking about is the Ozark Trail line of flashlights. Now, I've seen a lot of people go spend hundreds of dollars on like really fancy flashlights like your Surefires and stuff like that. And I had thought about, just getting one good flashlight and things like that. But then I found these. What these are, and I've got a crap load of them because they're so cheap. They're 150 lumen, and this one's a 200 lumen flashlights. And I think they make a 50 lumen too that's like $7 or something. But the 150 lumen ones are like $10. The 200 is like, I think, $14. But man, these flashlights are just awesome. I can't believe the quality you get for just $10. These things, the 150Ls use 3 AAAs, and the 200 uses 2 AAs. And these, it says they have a burn time of like 6 hours. And it says this one has a time of like 1 hour and 53 minutes or something like that. And honestly, I think that that's a bit incorrect. I'd say this one has maybe an 8-hour burn time, and that one might have like an hour and a half burn time, because this one, while it is way brighter, doesn't burn nearly as long. But I can't really give you a good example of their brightness and stuff. But I mean, this is something that you're not really going to go wrong with. You could throw this in a pack like this, go out hiking, you wouldn't need another flashlight. I mean, maybe if you want, throw some extra batteries in there, which I'd recommend, but honestly, just one of these with 3 AAAs and you're good for a long time. They're super bright. They use one LED. Can't really focus on it very good, but there's only one LED in there. It's not multiple LEDs. And the reflector is super polished, so it doesn't need a whole lot of them and stuff. Out of the two that I have, this one is brighter, the DT200L, but it does not last nearly as long. But man, that thing, look at that. That's just, my buddy's Surefire doesn't look that bright on camera. I mean, it will adjust to where you can see the outline of the objective on the camera. But with this thing, it just is like completely gone. And that's a $200 flashlight, so they've got neat little printouts on the side that show you the batteries that it takes, which is pretty cool. Most flashlight companies don't do things like that. These things they've fallen out of go-karts, they've fallen out of backpacks, they've been submerged in water, fell in creeks. I dropped one off of a ravine while I was doing some hiking in a real hilly area down in southern Indiana, and it fell probably a good 50 or 60 feet onto a rocky little outcropping on the hill, and it didn't break it. And that's this one right here. You can see it all, it's all beat up and stuff, but it still works fine. It's got just a standard click button type. It's not like a strobe or anything crazy, and a lot of people like that, but to me, I don't really feel that it's super necessary. They got this rubberized seal here, which is high visibility, and I don't know how much of a difference that makes, but it is waterproof. That's the main purpose of it and everything. They're easy to disassemble and clean and stuff, and they use just your standard, the 150Ls use just your standard little canister type battery housing, so it's pretty durable, and it's on springs. You can see there, it's on springs. So then it screws in, and then the seal presses together and makes it completely watertight. The button is super durable. It's a good solid click. It's not going to break on you. This one right here, this particular one, has been through a lot of crazy stuff, and it's still working, and it's still as good as the day it was new. So man, I can trust these no matter what. You could be hiking out at night, you could have this in your car, you could just carry one on you if you want. I mean, the uses of these are unlimited, and they're so cheap, it's crazy. I've probably got 6 or 7 in total, So this is just kind of a mini review. I hope you guys pick these up. I'm a scout leader. I'm an adult scout leader for my scout troop. And if there's a kid that doesn't have a flashlight, I'll just, you know, give him one or something. That's why I've got like so many at one time. But all of them, there's out of all of them that I've bought, none of them were defective. None of them had any problems. They've all been kind of beat around a little bit. But this one right here is the one that's been through the real shit. And it still works just perfect. So if you guys are at Walmart in the flashlight section, just pick one of these up. Just try it out. I would recommend trying one of these out before you go and buy a $200 or $300 flashlight, because these are super, super, super bright. You can't really mount them to like an AR-15 or anything because of these ribs. They'll almost fit most of the weapon light clamps, but they're just a little bit too big with these ribs that they put on them. I guess you could grind those off if you want, but I wouldn't feel bad about doing it. I mean, they're super, super bright. Alright, well, I hope this either saves someone some money or gives them a good backup light. Thanks for watching.